I decided to go ahead and do one more for some help on this assignment. This is 2-2 practice, patterns and linear functions. We did the first two together. Let's go ahead and do one of these together so you can get a different type of example. So let's do number 4. The directions say for each table, determine whether the relationship is a function. Okay, that's something we didn't get to in every class, and it's actually really easy. For it to be a function, you just have to make sure the x values don't repeat. In other words, you don't want to have an x value 0 and then it goes to a y value 6, and then on down the table you have an x value 0 again, but it goes to a different y value besides 6. Okay? So an example of that wouldn't be a function would be if I have like an x of 1, a y of 3, an x of 2, a y of 4, an x of 1, a y of 5. You see how there's the same x value twice going to two different numbers? That would not be a function. I'll tell you right now, I believe everything on this worksheet is a function. So when it says function, yes or no, I don't see any repeating x's on any of these. There's no repeating x values. We'll get to those later and you'll see what I'm talking about. But right now, there's no repeating x values anywhere on the paper. So whenever you see, is it a function, the answer is yes. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and do number 4. We have ordered pairs, but they're kind of written in table form, aren't they? So this x of 0, y of 6 can be written as the ordered pair 0, 6. And this one can be written 1, 7. And this one can be 2, 8. And that can be 3, 9. All right? Let's plot these points and see what they look like. All right, so 0, 6 means none to the right or left, 6 up, 2, 4, 6. 1, 7, 1 to the right, 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 8, 2 to the right, 2, 4, 6, 8, just a little bit above the graph, but we can estimate easily. And 3, 9, 3 to the right, and 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, right up there. So is that a function? Yes, the x's don't repeat. In fact, that is a linear function because it makes a line. All right? Easy enough. Let's see, maybe one more. For each table, determine whether the relationship is a function. Then represent the relationship as an equation. Okay, this will be a bonus thing because I want to show you actually how to put one of these, or any of these, in the calculator, okay? So let me go grab a calculator. I'm going to show you, you can type in the entire table, and it will just show you the graph. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to New Document. Let's go ahead and do number 5. So I'm going to go to New Document. I apologize for the glare. I'm trying to get to where I don't have a lot of glare, but I kind of do right now. Let me move this thing a little bit. I'm trying to hide from the glare. Okay, so we have, that's a little better. I'm going to go to New Document, and I don't want to save any changes. I don't want my old stuff, so say no. I'm going to add the Listen spreadsheet. So you can either hit 4 or you can arrow down like I did and press that. I'm going to put in this entire table, okay? I'm going to put in 0, 10, 20, 30 right here, starting right there. So 0, enter, 10, enter, 20, enter, 30, enter. On the right-hand side, 0, 50, 100, and 150. 0, enter, 50, 100, 150. Now, a couple of little special things we have to do before we move on. The calculator does not know that this is minutes or this is calories. And more generally, the calculator doesn't know that this is actually the x values, because these are the left numbers in my order pair, the independent values, These are my y values. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up here to where it says A, and I'm going to type in the letter X, press enter. That tells me this entire column is X values. Same thing here with Y, press enter. It tells the calculator these are all Y values. Now that I've done that, I'm going to hit menu. No, actually, I'm going to hit the on button, the home button, okay? I go back to this screen, and I'm going to open up, okay, this little bar graph looking thing. I'm going to open up the graph screen, okay? But look, I have some data points. These are actually the data points that I have here, but they're homeless right now because they don't know where to go. My axes are not even labeled. Now we know that's the x-axis and the y, but the calculator doesn't know until we tell it. So I go over here with my mouse button, I click my little clicker button, and these came up because I labeled those columns x and y. So I'm telling the calculator that is x. Look at those little points start floating into place. I click with my click button, I tell it to say that is y. There they go. They made a perfect line, right? Because we're dealing with a linear function. Okay? But there's more. I need the equation. It asks for the equation here. I can get the equation through something called linear regression. So I'm going to hit this menu button, and I'm going to analyze the graph. This graph. Okay? What do I want to do to analyze it? It's something called regression that we'll be talking about throughout the year. So go to 6. And this is a line. We saw a line shape on the screen, didn't we? So we're going to choose linear regression. And there's two choices for linear, but we want to choose the equation we've been using, the one that we like, mx plus b. So just press 1. That's the equation of my line, y equals 5x plus 0. Do you need to write the 0? No, if 0 doesn't really add anything, but it doesn't hurt to write it if you do want to write it. Is it a function? Yes, because there's no repeating x's. So I really want you to learn this skill, okay? It will help you tremendously all year, as well as on the EOC test.